Welcome to my fast news segment channel. You can view quick news in few minutes. Chief Minister A. Revanth Reddy on Friday directed officials to develop new policies aimed at attracting tourists with a special focus on health, eco and temple tourism, proposing a new zoo, a nature cure park and a health city. Directives were issued during a high-level review meeting on the speed project held at the Secretariat on Friday. One of the major announcements from the meeting was the establishment of new zoo park on approximately 1,000 acres on city outskirts. Chief Minister proposed that animals and birds from different regions be brought to the new zoo with an urban forest to be developed around it, drawing inspiration from the Vantara Wildlife Conservation Center in Jamnagar, Gujarat, set up by Anant Ambani. Chief Minister suggested inviting industrialists and organizations to contribute to this project. Chief Minister stressed the need for Telangana to learn from the best practice of other states leading in tourism and adapt them to suit local conditions. Afia Begum, wife of late Dr. Maziruddin Ali Khan, has accused King's Group owner Shahnawaz Khan, his son Nazir Ali Khan and Zubair Ali Khan and her son Adil Ali Khan of trespassing and trying to encroach on her 11-acre farmhouse in Gandipet. In a video that went viral on Friday, Afia Begum stated that she was not being allowed to enter the farmhouse by Shahnawaz Khan, who reportedly posted a bouncer at the gate. She stated that she had seeks protection from the Narsingi police station house officer Hari Krishna Reddy, despite the property being registered on her name. There are allegations that King's Group owner Shahnawaz Khan has encroached on the Rukna Ud Daula Lake land and other properties on the city outskirts, along with a businessman, investors who face criminal cases. King's Group grandson Adil Ali Khan is married to Yasmin Owaisi, daughter of AIMIM President Asaduddin Owaisi. As King Group trying to grab land, Owaisi kin. Telangana Peddapalli district, a government hospital in Sultanabad with just 30 beds was overwhelmed when approximately 400 fewer patients arrived within 90 minutes of the start of outpatient service. The hospital quickly reached capacity with long queues forming as the patient waited to register for treatment. The surge in case is part of a large trend across the region where hospitals have been struggling to cope with a wave of viral fevers in recent days. On Friday, August 30, Sultanabad Hospital faced an influx it could not manage, leaving many patients waiting for hours in a cramped condition. A powerful distribution company met a peak demand and supply of 15,573 megawatt of electricity at 7:30 am Thursday. This is the high peak demand for electricity observed in financial year 2024-25 so far. So a press noted released by Transmission Corporation of Telangana Limited read that the state DISCOM are prepared to meet a further increase in demand up to 17,000 MW during the peak Kharif season. To ensure maximum support is provided to the state agriculture sector. The government of Telangana will constitute a board on the line of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam for the management of Lakshmi Narasimha Swamy Temple at Yadgiri. Chief Minister A. Revanth Reddy on Friday directed the official to initiate step to constitute a board on the line of TTD to manage the affair of Yadgiri Temple in Yadgiri, Bhuvangiri district. Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam manages the affair of the famous Venkateshwara Swamy Temple atop Tirumala near Tirupati in neighboring Andhra Pradesh. Chief Minister at a meeting with officials asked officials to submit his details of the work which are pending as a part of the development of ancient cave Shringa properly as Telangana Tirumala Yadgiri Temple was renovated. 26 Crest gate of the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam were opened to release the flood water it collected from upstream in the Krishna River on Thursday, August 29th, releasing 3,45,795 cuses of water. The dam management is releasing an equal amount of water inflow to maintain capacity at the desired level. The dam currently holds a water level of 589.70 feet, while the water level of the dam full capacity is 590 feet. HMC Mayor Gadwal Vijayalakshmi has directed the official to ensure that pounds are prepared with all necessary facilities for the upcoming Ganesh immersion. During an inspection on Friday, August 30, the GHMC Mayor visited multiple immersion sites in the Kukatpalli zone, including Hamastapet Lake, Pragati Nagar Pond, Ideal Lake, and Lingama Pond. During the visit, she emphasized the need for security measures to prevent any incident during Ganesh immersion. She instructed officials to provide adequate lighting, uninterrupted power supply, mobile toilets, and proper sanitization management. GHMC Mayor further urged the timely removal of immersed Ganesh and demand swift action on cleaning up floating debris from the pond. K.T. Ramarao, the working president of BRS, informed Mallikarjun Kharge, president of the All India Congress Committee, about the demolition of 75 houses in Christianpalli village, Mahabubnagar town on Wednesday night. He requested Kharge to advise the Telangana government against this action. He was responding to Mallikarjun Kharge post on Twitter, where he had strongly condemned the BJP state government for targeting a Muslim minority by using bulldozer as a tactic to instill fear among citizens. As you said, demolishing someone's home and rendering their family homeless is about inhuman and unjust. This is exactly what is happening in Telangana with utter contempt for law and judiciary. Below is a video of Mahabubnagar town where 75 houses of poor have been demolished at 3 a.m. without any notice, KTR stated. AICC General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra's husband Robert Vadra arrived on Friday for a spiritual trip, during which he could go to place for worship and also meet people from different sections of society, including children with a disability. Vadra said he is on a 2-day tour. Addressing a reporter at the RGI airport here, he said, I am on a spiritual visit like I go across the country. I am in Hyderabad in Telangana. I will go to some institution. I will also meet blind and children with a disability. I would also go to mosque as well as temple. I am on 2 days tour. I will meet people here. Whatever solution I can find, I will work towards addressing their problem. Telangana State Southern Power Distribution Company Limited Managing Director Musharraf Farooqi on Friday, August 30, directed cable operator and internet service provider to remove unnecessary cable and other items from electric poles immediately. The power department had said that failing to do so will result in action against them, that it will remove cables on its own if the instructions are not adhered to. According to the TGSP DCL meeting were held on July 27th, August 7th and August 28th to inform cable operator and internet service provider about the removal of cable. In the August 7th meeting, operator were asked to take action to arrange cable according to regulation within a week on main road and within 2 weeks on other main road, said a press release. BRS MLA T. Harishra on Friday, August 30 slammed the Congress government, alleging it cancelled 34,511 project in Telangana under the Special Development Fund worth rupees 10,000 crore. Rao alleges that the Congress is conspiring against the opposition to hinder the development of the state. He attacked Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, stating that the latter was prioritizing the aspiration of the Congress than the development of Telangana. Siddipet MLA took to Twitter and said that the government revealed these details in the response to a question asked by the BRS party in the last assembly section. Hyderabad, the Disaster Response and Asset Protection Agency has initiated demolition action in the Ramnagar area of the Adikmet division on Friday, August 30. This follows a recent inspection by Hydra Commissioner Ranganath, who evaluated illegal construction encroaching on a local drain in the Manima colony. Upon determining that the structure were indeed illegal, Ranganath directed the GHMC revenue officials to submit a report on the matter. Subsequently, on Friday morning, the Hydra official proceeded with the demolition. Government school in Rangareddy district took to the street to protest on August 30, urging Chief Minister Revint Reddy to address severe issue over food at their school. The girl highlighted problems including lack of clean drinking water, verbal abuse from teacher, and poor quality of food. They reported that the rice served to students was infested with worms. While teacher received curry, students have been reportedly took to bring their curry if they desire it. The girl expressed frustration over being hidden with the possibility of failing their class 10th exam if they raised complaint about the issue at their school. The leadership of its commissioner Ranganath Hyderabad has significantly strengthened its disaster response and asset monitoring and prevention agency by forming 72 new teams and augmenting personnel at the agency have become more proactive and robust in its operation. Hydra will now oversee all related action, including issuing notice and carrying out demolition, marking a shift towards greater autonomy. Plans are underway for a dedicated police station for Hydra. Future duties there were previously the responsibility of irrigation and municipal department will now be issued under Hydra authority. The Cyberabad police recovered 2,696 stolen mobile phones in the last 6 months, of which 570 worth rupees 1.5 crore were retrieved in the past 25 days. The phones were handed over to the respective owners on Friday, August 30, according to the press release from Cyberabad Police. Telangana Chief Minister A. Revint Reddy issued a stern warning on Thursday, stating that a strict measure would be enforced against government employees or officials who extort money from citizens under the pretext of Hydra. He noted that the report has surfaced indicating that officials from Revenue, Municipal and Irrigation Department have been scrutinizing bribe based on notice issued to residents in the city. Declaring that the Devadula lift irrigation project will be constructed by March 2026, Irrigation Minister Uttam Kumar Reddy said that it will be inaugurated by UPA chairperson Sonia Gandhi, who had laid the foundation stone for the project when she was the AICC president. Reddy, along with the Women and Child Welfare Minister Sitaka and Revenue Minister Ponugalati Srinivas Reddy, visited the pump house of the project on Friday and held a review meeting with higher officials of the irrigation department over the progress of the work. Speaking with the media, Uttam Kumar said that once the project is completed, 60 TM CFT of water will be made available for 300 days under its Ayakat in the Warangal district. Members of the Ganesh Utsav Samiti requested Chief Minister Revint Reddy to provide free power supply to Ganesh Pandal during the Ganesh Navratri festivals this year. Responding positively to their request, the Chief Minister advised them to apply for a free power supply. Also cautioned them that action would be taken if power was consumed without permission. Chief Minister held a review meeting with the people representative, higher official and member of Ganesh Utsav Samiti at Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Telangana State Secretary on Thursday, August 9th. Chief Minister directed to the police to chalk out an action plan for making security arrangements and ensure that no problem occurred during the immersion of Ganesh idols on September 16th and September 17th, as is coincide with Miladun Nabi festivals. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday apologized to Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and the people of Maharashtra for the collapse of the 35-foot statue of the Maratha warrior on August 26, just 8 months after its inauguration in Sindhudurga district, Maharashtra. The incident has become a major political issue ahead of the state assembly election, with the opposition alleging corruption in the contract awarded to build the statue. PM said the Shivaji Maharaj is not just a king but an Aradhya Dev whom we worship and draw inspiration from. During his visit to Palghar, where he laid the foundation stone for rupees 76,000 crore Vadhavan Port project, Modi addresses the gathering and said GHMC has issued a safety notice in anticipation of heavy rain. Citizens were advised to exercise caution, particularly in flood prone areas. The civics body further urged keeping children indoor, avoiding waterlogged street and steering clear of a flooded road. Supreme Court of India. The apology came after the apex court expressed displeasure over certain remarks made by Reddy, which were deemed inappropriate and disrespectful towards the judiciary. Addressing the situation, Revant Reddy stated, "I have immense respect for the judiciary and the rule of law. If my words have caused any misunderstanding or hurt, I sincerely apologize for the same." He emphasized that his commitment were not intended to undermine the dignity or authority of the Supreme Court, and he holds the situation in a high regard. The apology from the Telangana Chief Minister is seen as a significant move, reflecting his acknowledgement of the importance of maintaining decorum and respect towards the judicial institution. Government on Friday decided to formulate a new tourism policy to attract more domestic and international tourism. As part of speed review, Chief Minister Revant Reddy held a meeting with the top official on tourism project and asked them to formulate a new policy for the development of more tourist destinations. He also asked the concerned official to study the tourism policy of other states which are ranked best in the country in attracting tourists and adopt situation policy from them for Telangana. The meeting decided to formulate separate policy for the development of temple tourism, ecotourism and health tourism. Chief Minister directed the official to promote all the ancient temples, historical place, forest area and medical facilities in Telangana as the most attractive destination for tourism. Telangana Deputy Chief Minister Mallu Bhatti Vikramarka on Friday, August 30 said that the government will review the Private Security Agency Act. The society can be truly safe only when all its citizens take the onus to be conscious of their surroundings and be vigilant towards aspects related to our safety and security. The summit will help to enhance the citizen consciousness towards safety and security, said the Deputy Chief Minister. The Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu on Thursday launched an indigenous monkeypox RT-PCR kit in Amravati. The kit was developed at Andhra Pradesh Medtech Zone in Visakhapatnam by Transisa Diagnostic. It was validated by Indian Council for Medical Research and the Center Drug Standard Control Organization, proud to launch India's first indigenous monkeypox RT-PCR kit. Lyophilized components in the kit are designed to be suitable for shipping and even used in remote areas, said Mr. Naidu in a post on Twitter. The Ministry of External Affairs has announced that the Passport Seva portal will be offline for 5 days starting from August 29 due to technical maintenance. During this period, user will be not able to book a new appointment and not able to During this period, user will not be able to book a new appointment and any pre-booked appointment will be rescheduled. Most travelers are aware that a passport and visa are necessary for international travel. However, there is another important document that functions similarly to passport and can even allow holders to bypass visa requirement at airport. This document is known as Seaman Book. The Seaman Book is also called a continuous discharge certificate. It is an official identification document issued to specific profession, mainly those working in a merchant navy or cruise line or fishermen on fishing vessels. This document is not available to everyone as it is specifically meant for those who work require them to travel internationally by sea. For this individual, the Seaman Book is essential as book is for required regular travelers. So much like passport. Government has taken important decision. Government has issued order adding 9 more services in eSeva. The CCLA office has announced that the service have been provided manually in the Tehsildar office for many years will be made available online. Newly, gap certificate, change of name of citizen, minority certificate, issue of reissue of certificate, creamy layer, non-creamy layer certificate, certified copy of market value, copy of old record, IB certificate copies will now be provided online through eSeva. Assembly has decided to scrap its decade-old rule of giving a 2-hour namaz break for Muslim legislators on Friday. The Assembly Rules Committee today adopted a resolution today to continue the business of the House on a Friday like other day. Till today, the Assam Assembly used to adjourn for 2 hours on Friday to allow the Muslim MLA to attend the Namaz prayer. Since the creation of the Namaz Legislative Assembly, the sitting of the Assembly on Friday used to be adjourned at 11 a.m. to facilitate Muslim member to go for Namaz. The Assembly used to resume it proceeding in the post-lunch session after the Muslim member came back from the Namaz. On all other days, the House used to conduct its proceeding without any such adjourn for religious purpose, said a press statement. Telangana State Board of Intermediate Education has extended the deadline for admission to first year intermediate courses to September 7th for the academic year 2024 to 25. All interested candidates can apply for admission to affiliated college through the official website acadie.cgg.gov.in or tgbie.cgg.gov.in. Airbus A300-600 Beluga, a super transporter aircraft, landed at Hyderabad Rajiv Gandhi International Airport on Friday, August 30. This marked the world's biggest cargo plane third visit to airport in Shamshabad. Watch the channel, press the bell icon to get latest notification of news. Like, share and subscribe my channel.